good news, buddy. I got you seated with some chatters and some yappers. Although, well, I'm okay to be here on screen. Nobody cares. But no, they're not 50. Although I guess I sometimes forget how old Paper Mache is, so maybe he is 50. Quite frankly, that's his business. No, I think like I've got a pretty good table setup, I think. For the wedding. And honestly, like I was worried that setting up tables was going to be like a huge issue for us, but actually because my fiance is goated extremely, she basically did almost all of it except for seating like my friends. Guppy's paw! Holy! Job is tables. What do you mean tables? Tables! Yeah, so I basically, like, I seated all my friends, and then she kind of like, whoa, why did I do that? Forgot that bomb was in there, man. I'm not paying attention at all. Yeah. Oh, I freaking hate this guy, man. It's like my least favorite enemies. I have a rule about like ghosts in video games. If the ghost is in, like, if they're like a little see-through, they shouldn't be able to damage you at all. You're see-through, bro. That's the signaling is so bad. Yeah, because I know like a lot of couples, they tend to really struggle with the like the seating arrangements. But since most of the people coming to our wedding, or at least on my fiance's side, are like her family, it's pretty easy, just seat family with family, and that's kind of like, that's most of it. Also, didn't really need to use that art container. Well, probably could have just saved it on a devil deal, but whatever. Who cares? And then, like, almost all the people from my side that are coming are just, like, friends. And most of them are college friends that you can just kind of, like, seat together. And then, of course, you get the Twitch chatters. You never know how to seat Twitch chatters with anybody else. You gotta kind of sequester them a little bit, you know? You don't know how normal they can be. Gonna put them in their own corner. Well, honestly, like, I've got some pretty normal, like, the Twitch chatters that we've got, they're pretty normal. You know they're gonna be a plus. You know that's gonna be the funniest table, actually. Because I think something I learned, you are a pretty, I wouldn't say like 100% normal, like pretty normal. Oh, I gotta use 2 bombs, huh? You're as normal as any of us, surely. Don't call me Shirley. But yeah, I think like all I'm saying is thankfully our seating was not hard. Because I don't know, man. Like, it's the seating chart at the wedding is kind of like worker placement in video games. Like, I don't know, man. I I kind of get lost in the weeds and all that stuff, you know? It's extremely auto battler coded because you gotta get the right synergies, you know? Like this character needs to be next to this character. Well, I'm already here, so I might as well. And then you get like these family members are gonna buff each other when they're sitting next to each other, so they have to sit next to each other. And this character is gonna eat this character if they're next to them. Sorry, I'm mostly just thinking in like Super Auto Pets. That's like the only auto battler that I have like context for. We gotta play some more some Counter-Strike in the off hours too. I'm telling you this. I'm having lots of fun. Okay, well it's mom's knife, so runs basically one. Anyway, yeah, it's fun stuff. CS is pretty fun, actually. I've decided Counter-Strike, it's a fun game. You know, maybe I'm gonna reinstall Overwatch too, although I haven't really been able to get back into I haven't been in my Blizzard account for so long. I guess I could technically make a new one, but I've got some pretty good Gooner skins on my original Overwatch. Although I haven't played Overwatch since they were... trying to remember the last time I played Overwatch. It was definitely in college, because that was like the college game for us. But geez, what did I... Oh my gosh, Ace of Clubs again. All right. She's gonna flick me, I guess. They added Sombra. I remember that. Gosh, what was the last new character that they added to Overwatch since the last time I played? Oh, that's tough. I gotta look up the Overwatch characters that they added. Heroes, scroll. Heroes. Okay, cut heroes. Don't care about that. The last time I played was when they added Doomfist, and that was July of 2017. No, that's not true. No, it might be true. I think that was the last. Yeah, it had to have been. Wow, who are all these new people? they like tripled the roster since then. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Maybe I shouldn't play Overwatch, because at least with Counter-Strike, it's like, oh, you know, it's been the same exact game since 1999, more or less. You know, they're not adding new characters or whatever. It's Counter-Strike. But this one might fry my brain a little bit. Also, Temperance. One's a blood dono. Why did I take Temperance? Maybe we stick to Counter-Strike for now. Although I will say, I do want to play a game that benefits worse players. I don't think I can split the difference. Because like I'm already pretty bad at Counter-Strike. Like I don't want to play a game that is Counter-Strike but with more stuff. Because I got to work on like my fundamentals. How much stuff in Valorant or like do they really have? That's like click this button and win the game, you know? I've never played Valorant. I just know that people are weird about it. Basically any game that has like an attractive woman, and I use that like loosely because it's a cartoon character for all intents and purposes. Oh, come on. Piss off. Who said that? It's like I don't want to be in the communities where people are being weird about it, which is basically any game with a lady character in it these days. So you kind of just got to take the good with the bad. Judge. I don't know. I guess I'm like personally a little bit too scared of gooners. I know what they're capable of, and I'm scared of them. For the most part. Ma'am, please don't hit the monitor. What's happening in my... Oops. And you can't like let the gooners control your life, you know? You gotta grab life by the horns, which maybe is their problem. Walked into that for some reason. Yeah, I don't know that I can like really play games these days that are entirely skill based. I need something where there's gonna be like a little bit of like randomness or sauce that's just gonna make it fun and make it more fun for me and let me do well, you know? I can't like be out there playing competitive Smash anymore, you know? I gotta turn some items on. Trivia night at the pub. See, trivia is also one of those things where it's like, I thought that I liked trivia, and honestly, I don't know that I like it anymore. Trivia is kind of like, because there's always going to be some know-it-all jerk who's gonna get every question right anyway. I'm a little like defeatist when it comes to trivia. I just kind of think like, what's the point? You know? I don't want to go to trivia to get my bare butt spanked. I've never like even gotten close to being in the top half at trivia. And I just like, I don't find the experience of like sitting around a table and going, that's on the tip of my tongue. You know, I used to know this back when I was in college, and now I don't remember it anymore. I don't find that experience engaging. I find it kind of annoying. Well, you love trivia so much because remember when we went to trivia and we walked out? Isn't that what happened? We walked out of that pizza place. We're like, we're losing really badly, so we're just gonna leave. But I don't want to do that. I just want to be drunk and doing like anything else. Everything's fun when you're drunk. That's the point of being drunk. Trivia doesn't make it special, you know? Blood Claw, Blood Claw. I guess I'll go in here just because Krampus. Of course. Why did I do that? Okay, well, I don't care what it is. Okay, I do care that it's like... Although, you know what? I'll take Head of Krampus. I think I like that a little more than the deck or whatever. Catch a freaking break in this game. You know what? I've just decided I don't care. Secret room! Where the heck am I? Ah! I don't want to be in here! Don't touch that! Don't ever touch that! Be so careful right now. Stop! Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I don't want to be in here, man. Oh, great. Thanks. Thanks so much, game. Thank you so much, Edmund. Putting the freaking... just right where I can't get it. This game sucks, man. Every time I play Isaac, I remember why I stopped playing Isaac. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Man, my camera is going crazy today. I don't know what's happening. Chili, I know you got a crazy Tony Soprano impression. What's the secret to a Tony Soprano impression? Because like I see these guys on the gram, I see the reels, and I'm working on it. It's every dang day, bro. Isaac is old faithful when I don't want to think too hard about it. You have to talk like you're about to sneeze. Achoo, you know what I'm saying? I know that he does like the little, like he purses the lips a little bit. It's but like the nice thing about Sopranos is even though they all have that like that Jersey accent, they all have like a very distinct accent. Achoo, sneeze on that thing. And also, I know James Gandolfini always like talks like he's kind of like he's just breathing heavily like all the time, which maybe is the problem. Maybe that's why he parted a little too soon. You know, didn't he die of like a heart condition or something? Achoo, yeah, sneeze on that thing. And basically, the only way that I can like summon a good Tony Soprano impression is if I am doing the Sekiro Sopranos bit. Pushpa, I need your help. How do I beat a Sheen? A short Shane. Sekiro. And I mastered a parry system T. Great bit. Honestly, that's it's got to be one of my favorite accounts because it is just this guy doing like shit posts of Sopranos. There's been a lot of them lately that have been like mixing Sopranos with Twin Peaks. I think like the early what is it? You know, late 90s, early 2000s obsession with like mafia and like mob culture kind of rules. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm not to, I don't know like what kind of like dark deeds, you know, the mob was doing to get, you know, that kind of like level of pull over Hollywood, but you know, like they had to have been doing something, right? Surely. The mafia was pulling some strings to get all those movies made. But I think if we want to like bring the mafia culture, the mob stuff back a little bit, you gotta put a little supernatural twist on it. Like a little, not like too supernatural. You don't want to get it like literally the show supernatural. Oh, come on. You don't want it to get it to like that level of craziness. But I think if you like, not to say Twin Peaks is the gold standard or anything, but if you like make a Sopranos Twin Peaks, dude, I'm in. I'm on for the ride, brother. It's just like a little bit weird. Yes, sir. Although I guess what I'm describing is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, now that I think about it, huh? Which is pretty good, to be fair. Ah! I'm not really like a big anime guy, but kind of a great season of television. They kind of don't miss. I have to figure out some way to get a Netflix. You're a piece of crap. Honestly, this room is brain jacking me. I guess I'll just fight Mom. Nope, that's not even the right room for that. My history with anime? I'm not proud to admit that I was the kid in, because, you know, I watched like a little bit of, thank you. Chili is the chatter that kind of knows what it's about. Not to give all you other chatters a bad name. Sopranos but Adventure Time, actually, I don't mean to be that guy, but it sounds kind of sick. It does sound a little interesting. Sounds kind of like my pace Picani. My history with anime is mostly like when you oh, I don't have any money, huh? I just realized I'm broke. Like back in the day, because I was born in Japan. I have to pause to talk about this a little bit because I gotta pee. Back in the day, from Japan, so to clarify that, kind of, I moved from Japan when I was 3, so I can't claim it too much. But, you know, we had an awareness of, like, we watched the Pokemon, we watched the Sailor Moon, and that was basically about it, which is crazy that they were showing Sailor Moon on 4Kids, because I don't think that's, like, a wholly appropriate show to, you know, to dub and, like, sanitize for children, but whatever. So I remember that, and most of like the anime that I watched was from basically just like commercials for trading card games or video games. So I wouldn't say like I was watching Peak or anything, but I will. What is freaking going on with? What is? Get this fly out of here, man! And then I did, unfortunately, become the annoying kid. I shouldn't be in here. I did become the annoying kid in middle school when Naruto first came out. I was like, dude, I want to be a ninja so bad. And of course, you know, I'm, you know, buying the freaking Naruto playset or whatever, and I'm like 12 years old playing with Naruto headbands and whatnot, the little rubber knives and shurikens in my backyard. It's very life affirming, you know, to not be held back by like any sort of fear of being. You're a piece of... Stop doing that! I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose the run. I'm gonna lose the freaking run. But yeah, it's kind of fun to just kind of let it all out, you know? Not any fear of being caught or anything. Or anybody, like, shaming you. But after that, like, that was basically the only... Okay, I basically given up on this run, so I don't really care what happens anymore. After that, like, I had like that stint in middle school where that was kind of like I was basically done with it. Yeah, I definitely, I was the kind of kid to be stuffed in a locker. That was kind of like the point in history where we decided that bullying wasn't cool for just a little bit. Like, it was a very short period in time. Because now, like, bullying is pretty... I don't want to say it's awesome, but it's... We all learned that it's kind of necessary. And I'm going to let you take away from that what you will. But when bullying doesn't happen, you get people like Mr. Beast. That's all I'm going to say. That's all you know, I'm going to let you figure out what that means. I'm going to let you figure out what that means for yourself. True. Anyway, so I think like I didn't really watch a ton of anime after that because when I got into high school, I wanted to be like cool. So I kind of like dropped, or I be like a lot of my like, you know, less cool hobbies were, you know, they became closeted. I still like did them for the most part, but I didn't really like talk to people about it. That's kind of when like the shame crept in my life. I'm gonna need you to give me like some soul hearts. Let's go. Well, clearly you endorse bullying because you bully me over my audiobook. So what are we really doing here? I'll go mano a mano. I'll go bully for bully with you. You're gonna bully me. Although I guess it's just millennial male bonding at this point, huh? Yeah, I didn't really start watching anime again until I got to college, because that's kind of like, that's how it all works, right? Like you go to high school, middle school is like you embrace the things that you like to a kind of an annoying extent. High school is when you realize that like, oh, like for any kind of social clout, you have to abandon the things that you like. And then college is realizing that, oh, I've like abandoned any form of authenticity, and I need to become true to myself again. That's also true. Drinking like really helps with being true to yourself. I would say that when you're drinking, you are your true self. So maybe try drunk therapy if you're kind of scared. I don't condone that, by the way. I don't condone. Why did I walk into that? I'm the stupidest man on the planet. I'm gonna lose this run. Honestly, I bet anime goes crazy when you're drunk. I wouldn't really know, but I don't like this room, and I'm gonna leave. And for my own self-preservation, I'm gonna go the long way. What are you, Irish? Ah, I'm joking. I don't know if you're allowed to make that kind of joke anymore. I don't really know when Irish people became a minority. Well, they used to be a minority, right? And now they're just white. It's like, okay, we kind of gave the Irish enough crap for a while, so now we've decided they're white. I don't really know how all that works. I mean, I'm not to sound like too based or anything, but I don't really know how racism works. It's my first day. I guess if I want to know how racism works, I could just like hop into a League of Legends lobby. I'm stupid. I'm gonna die. Freaking chud idiot. That's true. CS, that's for sure the place where racism is bred. Listen, I'm not opposed to reading books. I just I listen to audiobooks so much because I'm driving. I do read books. I have a wife. Tell the kid. She's sick, but she's gonna get better. I don't live in a hotel. Yeah, I mean, leave it to Twitch chatters to kill a joke, right? It's kind of like what they're best at. Okay, well, I'm just gonna kind of just spam mom's knife until you're freaking dead, man. We did it! I won! Is there anything else to talk about before I'm done here? Audibles is safe. Audibles makes it best. Yeah, okay. I'll pick up the trophy and we'll be done here. Yeah, so basically the only anime that I like really enjoy and like go back to now and keep up with is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because it only like a new season comes out every like 4 years or something. But I don't know. I mean, like, I'm sure that there's other anime out there that's like good or whatever, but I don't care. I've got the one that I like, and I'm chill with that. I don't need more TV to watch, to be honest. Anyway, that's Isaac.